Welcome to the Fairly Relatable podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay. Hi.
Hi.
We're back for another episode.
We're back.
How are you? Actually, don't answer that because I know. So we love our podcasting days because it's a little like escape from our reality where we get to just come here and talk about the things that we really feel that we're hoping everybody can be relating to. And today we came in and we had an idea of what we were going to talk about.
Full agenda, and then I had a meltdown.
And then you had a meltdown, but you had a very more than fairly relatable meltdown. So we've decided to just be super vulnerable and open and honest and talk about what's really going on because I think so many people are experiencing it. So
Gosh, they have to be. Yeah.
What's up, girl?
I mean, speaking of, I'm going to turn my phone over because it's like, bing, 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 this group chat, this work.
Because wait, do you get work stuff on the weekends?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, we had our whole little agenda set for the day, but this issue with being a mom, working full time, having kids in extracurriculars, having my own, had the breast cancer stuff, my own health issues that I'm trying to stay on top of, calling in prescriptions, and then they deny it, and then I gotta go see my reconstructive, and then I have to. It's too much, and I'm just at my breaking point.
Yeah. So you came in, and I said, "Hey, have you not seen?" So Karen
this
and I,
was the straw that broke the camel's back.
This is the straw that broke the camel's back because you have all of that going on, and you came in and we're in a group chat with our 3 other best friends. And a few days ago, I'd put in there, like, come over for Labor Day. Let's all just, like, hang out, kids can play, whatever. And you didn't reply. And everyone's, like, replying, like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to bring whatever. And you're not replying. And if you couldn't make it, you would have, like, it's not, of course, if you thought you would have replied. So I said, hey, are you coming over on Monday? Like, have you seen the chat?
Text?
And you were like, what are you talking about? And then I don't know what, you just felt like you just completely missed it. And that just like threw you over the edge.
It just is like, it's like trigger stacking. I'm just feeling like it's like a pie chart, and I'm just spread so thin that staying on top of everything that needs to be stayed on top of, it's just getting to be almost unmanageable. And then what it does is it makes me feel like I'm failing, like I'm dropping the ball in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in the work realm because I'm like super dialed into work. I have to be dialed into
Because
work.
I have to be.
But then like, the dance extracurriculars, and then trying to get my son into extracurriculars. So it's not all about her. So like juggling that piece, and then trying to stay on top of the social domain of like, yeah, we're free Monday. We're coming out. Like,
which you're not,
which I'm not because I've worked with. And then like, obviously podcast is the easiest part of all of it, but just there's so many domains of like coordinating. And I know this is one of those things where honestly, we could say very little about it. And so many women, especially, are going to get it. But like, let's just keep unpacking it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like women listening, they're either like, yep, they either get it. People get it or they don't. It's like, yeah, who's going to do, so one kid has dance 4 days a week. The other one has jujitsu 2 days a week. First of all, there's financial commitment there, right? Time commitment. Who's going to pick up those days? This one has to be this where at 3:15, and this one has to be there at 3:30, and then and then in the meantime, I'm trying to work full time and see my own private practice clients on the side, which is a whole thing. And then just staying on top of like text messages that people send, asking questions or wanting like, hey, can we jump on a call? It's like, I'm so overwhelmed, like burning out.
Yeah, it's a burnout. Remember when I asked you a few months ago if burnout's a real diagnosis?
It should be.
No, I think it really should be because you just reach a point where you want to give your best self to all these different parts of your life, but you can't because you're just one person. And then you feel like you're not doing your best anywhere. So you just feel inadequate as a human in all aspects of your life.
Right.
Or at least the human that you want to be.
Right.
And it feels like shit.
Yeah.
It feels like total shit, I feel like sometimes you just like, at least for me, like I can hold it all together for so long, and then my family catches the brunt of me like completely just like losing my cool, because it's just like you get pushed over
Yeah.
the edge.
Yeah. Not to mention then when we are with our families, it's like I'm literally trying to be present and be in the moment and have those meaningful, you know, mom experiences with kids. But as my kids wanting to sit and draw with me, I'm thinking about a gazillion different
Yeah.
things. Or like Justin and I will be having a conversation and one of the kids comes up and it's like they don't understand. It's like, no, we need to figure this out now or it's gonna get lost in that
Yep.
abyss of like
Mhm.
shit that you just never get to.
Yeah.
And then you drop the ball. So it's this constant, I guess it's like this constant sense of hypervigilance of being on guard. Like there's a fire. It's like putting out fires. Bing, 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 bing. It's like, what's the game? It's like
Hungry
it's like
Hippo.
whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
whack-a-mole. And people say that. It's just
Definitely.
like and then you miss one and it's like
I have to say, ever since you started at your new job, I feel very seen by you. I feel like I used to talk to you about all of this all the time, and you were like, no, yeah, like it's a lot, but like now you like get it.
I could always kind of understand like intellectually but like you don't feel it emotionally until you're there.
Right. But like intellectually, it's one thing to understand something intellectually, but like to really understand and see a person and hold space for what they're really telling you,
Right.
you have to feel it.
You have to go through it.
Yeah. So while I hate to see you go through this, it brought me to tears earlier because I know the pain you're in and the overwhelm you're in. But I'm like, well, we relate even more to each other.
You're like, not to make it about myself, but I
like,
feel so seen.
But I feel really seen by you. No, because it's no joke. So here's the thing, and I know I've talked about it before. Men are great. And it's great when they can go to work and provide and work full time. And I'm not here to like knock them, but when a man is working full time, his wife is taking over a part of the life that he doesn't have to think about, even if she's working full time.
Right.
There are just certain parts of life, even if he's a very involved husband and father, because Ben is a very involved husband and father.
Hands-on.
So hands-on, involved in all of the running around. However, the logistics is what
it falls on you.
It just falls on me, not because he's unwilling to do it, but as the mom, I think we just do like the doctor's appointments. How are they?
What's due at school?
What's happening at school? What, like, you know, for their extracurriculars, it's kind of the same every week, but there's always little different things or things with their friends, things like, and the logistics of running a household is very brain consuming. And it's a lot of, and then even when you go to work and you have a lot going on at home, like people, it's just, you just feel, not that I feel misunderstood because I'm not explaining it to people. I don't need them to understand, but I never feel like sometimes, like the other day I was at work and I was having full on conversations with people and I felt like I was watching myself the whole time.
Yeah. Like, are you like, you're not even really paying attention to what they're talking about?
But I know I carried on the conversation. I know I was able to engage and I know I was a part of everything that I was doing, but I walked away and I was like, that was trippy. Like I felt space.
I had that too.
Do you,
it's almost like it's because I think our brain, the mental list and the mental load is so overwhelming. We naturally, not like dissociating, but there's we disconnect or something.
We're
I was lost in this other train of thought.
It's almost like I was like somewhere in my brain. It wasn't even I was thinking about other things.
Oh,
I was just
like,
yes.
Maybe those are the opportunities where you get to just like debrief for a second. Like nothing's really required of you, really. Like there's not that much on the line. So you're like, okay, this is where I can kind of like zone out.
Yeah.
And get a break in the mind for a minute.
No, I didn't like it. It felt really weird.
Or like,
I don't know. It's just, I don't have the solution, but I want, like,
gonna say,
if there are women listening, like, please let us know that you hear us and let us know how you feel or if you have tips and tricks or what your day to day is, because it is really, you know, it is several full-time jobs to work full-time, be a mom. And it is like, listen, this is something I've been talking about for a while
Mhm.
about how hard it is, but now there's an article about it
I was
that I
just
just
thinking
sent
about
you.
that.
Here, hold on. I'll pull it up because and then they say, well, stress is so bad for the body. Don't put stress
Right.
on the body.
Yeah.
It causes disease. It
Right.
causes this. Well,
Right. What are they suggesting then?
how has this life been set up to almost make us feel like, trust me, I think about it weekly. What if we sold our home
Yep.
and we found a big piece of land in a state or a different country in the middle of nowhere, and we just went simple, simple, simple? Would I raise children in a happier environment and the outcome would be a happier life?
It's hard to say.
Or would that be causing like complete trauma to them at this age?
I mean, I don't think well, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, disconnecting them from what they know at this point and like uprooting, and that'd be such a culture shift.
Totally. But
But it's the rat race. And granted, we do live in Southern California. It's like one of the most expensive places to live in the country.
I know, but I think
That's
people
part of it.
everywhere are experiencing like, how do we do it
It's a lot.
all?
It's a lot. I mean, and essentially you can't do it all. And so that I think that's where the issue lies. And I'm not hard on myself normally. I don't have like a super strong inner critic. But when I miss something, I mean, even like missing the text,
Yeah.
it's like in the friend group chat, it's enough to just kind of send me spiraling.
Totally. And I think like what I said to you, I said at some point, if this is going to be like your path right now, working full time and the kids and you're going to have to come to a place where when you miss something, it just is what it is. I have different parts of my life where like for their extracurriculars, I've made some great friends who know that I don't remember every little piece of everything. And they'll send me a message.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you see da 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 da? Even though they know I got the email, because after a year and a half of me dropping the ball so many times, they're there to help me. But like for a year and a half, I was just like, fuck. I missed that one. Didn't know that was happening.
Like missed that rehearsal. Oops, didn't bring the right color lipstick to that competition. Oops, missed oh shoot, I had a client today. I double booked missed the group text about the barbecue. Missed my appointment for my whatever it is, or shoot, I didn't call in my prescription and I haven't had it for 2 days. Oh, is the breast cancer going to come back? I mean, these are the things.
Well, okay, that's a
whole other layer.
That's
I mean,
really
hopefully most people aren't navigating that layer as well.
But
it's a lot.
That takes it to a whole new level. But yeah, it's like just knowing I've had to accept that I will not know. There are so many days where I know something 5 hours before it's happening, where other people have known it for weeks.
Totally.
And I'm like, well, this is my 5-hour mark.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the worst is when my daughter says, you said you were going to be better about not looking at your phone. And it's like, if I don't check the emails and I don't look at the this or the that, like I'm so far behind.
Which is it's a good segue into that article, because like you said, I think that our society, the way that it's structured, the way it's set up right now, we are almost set up to fail in a way.
Okay, so this is the title of the article. Yeah. Parents are so stressed that it's become in quotes, serious public health concern, Surgeon General says.
Thanks, Surgeon General, for weighing in. Now, what are they going to do about it?
I don't know, but maybe this is the conversation that needs to really start being had.
Yeah.
That these can't just be the expectations, that this is actually a problem.
I feel like finances is at the root of a lot of these issues. And
well, okay.
Right? It's like if everybody just made enough money. There's so many
things weren't so expensive.
The inflation, if things weren't so expensive, if the housing market, if the interest rates, if the, healthcare, they're going to increase. What insurance company is increasing by like 30%, like Allstate or some home insurance company is increasing rates by like 30. It's like, we can't keep up. So we're definitely at like a tipping point. I don't like to get political, but I will say it'll be interesting to see how this next election, just depending on who gets in or who's running. I don't even know who's ultimately going to end up running, but like, or even at the local.
What do you mean you don't know who's going to be running?
I heard Kamala's like not running, or
what?
I don't know, or that she's dropped. I don't know who's running. I try to steer.
What?
Politics is infuriating on so many levels.
Wait, you just threw a curve.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but you just hear all these bits and pieces like, are they running? Who's running? I don't know.
Right?
But regardless, even
No,
at the
it's
local level,
Trump and Harris.
at the local level, like something needs to be done about
Something
this
needs to be-
situation. The
something
finances
needs to be
and
done because
we're
I
all
mean,
struggling.
I guess the solution, right? Like we used to have nannies in the afternoon that would help us.
Mhm.
And trust me, it was way easier having because they would like help me like fold some laundry. It's for
The
me,
little things.
it's the little things. Like
Yeah.
they would fold some laundry or like I would come home and the kitchen would be clean and the kids were taken care of. That was really helpful. We decided to get rid of that for two reasons. Financial,
It's
because the
always an issue.
world started getting so much more expensive. And second, because like I want to pick my kids up from school. I
Totally.
want to hear what they have to say when they're getting in the car. I
Right.
want to spend some time with them in the afternoon. So Ben and I right now split the week up, who picks the kids up, depending on when I treat clients. But it's really hard to not have that extra help. So, I mean, families that have grandparents helping, that's a great way to do it. But I don't know what the solution is besides it being financial.
Well, and then obviously this like segues into a whole thing of we have to look at like, where can we trim the fat if we can? Where can we set, I feel like a broken record because I talk about boundaries all the time, but where can we put boundaries around our time? There's that.
But what are you going to do? You're going to take away what? We're taking away their extracurriculars? No,
Right.
like them being active. Well, and that's another thing, actually. Their extracurriculars are so expensive.
So expensive.
Like insanely expensive. However, I am a firm believer and Ben's a firm believer, and this is a commitment that we've made that we will invest time and money into their extracurriculars because we want them active, we want them busy, we want them in positive environments, and we want them to excel in something that can carry them through high school so they're not teenagers without a focus outside of school.
Yep.
So this is where a huge majority of our time and a huge majority of our money goes, but it makes everything else really, tighter and leaner and harder. I don't know what I was saying, but
just that the extracurriculars, there's so much, they're a big part of it.
but it's so important.
But it's so important. So it's like, yeah, we're not going to trim the fat there, which let's take a quick pivot.
No.
So the other night we were going to order, no one wanted to make anything. So we were going to order Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
Long story short, Jersey Mike's used to be, I get the number 7, the provolone, turkey provolone on
Yeah,
Mike.
that's what we
Yeah. It used to be like $7.
No.
That sandwich is $15. So we put in our meal, an order. He got one, I got one, kids each got a mini.
When was it? 7
years ago.
Okay, well the trick is you have to order the giant.
And we all eat different things.
Yes, I understand. You can't I don't know how to do it over
We got to milk the system.
We go in, we get 2 giants because we live at Jersey Mike's when it's soccer tournaments, like all we friggin' eat. You go order 2 giants and you go, I'm going to make each half a little differently. Otherwise, you're paying an extra.
Can you
$6.
make one half of the giant? Will they make it 2 different ways?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that. You have to
one
go
of my
in,
kids
though?
doesn't even want cheese on it and one of them doesn't want mayonnaise. Yeah, I
You
mean,
have to
I
go
go,
in.
I don't know.
We were going to DoorDash it. $79 for a family of 4.
For
4 sandwiches and 2 bags of chips.
from a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, with the tip and everything. And
This
so
is the problem.
I showed
This
it to Justin.
is the problem.
It's the problem. I showed Justin. I'm like, it literally said 7.9, and I thought about my whole day and client sites, and I'm like doing the math, and I'm like, do you want to spend $80 on food? And he's like, no. And we ate leftovers. But it's like, it used to be $7. Then it was 10. Now it's 15.
And okay, so let's also talk about like the emotional, like to just not have to go into your fridge, put the food on the plate, heat it up, clean it up, like just to give you guys the reprieve of like, we're going to just order some sandwiches, eat it and throw it in the trash.
It's a dream. It's a dream.
But now it's $80 to live that dream.
It's an
So now we're
expensive
doing,
dream.
but then that added like another like, all right, I have like another kitchen to clean, right?
Yep.
So it stacks.
Which
It
reminds me of the table.
stacks.
We were just like, I was
Well,
putting ice in my coffee and you were
yeah.
getting something and you were like,
Well, yeah.
kitchen table.
Okay, well, that's something that happened here the other night. So we have a 3-bedroom house. So we have our room and each kid has a room. So there's no office, but Ben is working from home a lot. So it's the kitchen table. So my kitchen table is Ben's office, and our dining room table is have you ever come in my house without laundry on that table?
I think once.
So if I'm like
Once.
entertaining,
You're having
I'll
a party.
figure, yeah. But otherwise it is baskets of clean laundry waiting to be folded, or folded laundry spread out across the table waiting to be put away.
It's like this
And it is,
long wood, nice
do you
dining
know
room
how long
table.
I stocked that table until I could afford it? It eventually went on like 40% off. And I was like, it's the most beautiful table. Like it's this reclaimed wood. I bought it in the antique mart. I never see it.
Now
It
it's
is
your laundry
always,
folding
it
table.
is but that is my straw that breaks it for me. Like and
No,
then
you said you came in and there's like,
But
you can't even eat on your table.
no, it's 8:00. She's done with dance at 8. We come in. Now it's 8:15. I want them to go to bed because they're adjusting with going back to school. Now because they're older, they
Plus,
both still
let's
have
be honest,
homework.
you just want them in bed so that you can like have a minute.
Well, I feel like there's so much to say. That brings me back to what you were saying about you and Justin wanting to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Ben and I can never have a conversation because if we're together at work, like it's just not a good time. And then if we're home, the kids are always around, or half the time, even if they're minding, like doing their own thing, like they hear us. And half the shit we want to talk about, we don't need them. Ours are too old. They internalize everything. And by the time they go to bed and we're in bed, you're both like, we cannot have this yeah, no, but it's really hard because then you're like, when do we have these conversations?
All this energy, and it's always like, get through the day. I break the day up into shifts. Get through the day. And then I envision myself at the end of the day, like jumping into bed and putting my show on, and I'm going to do this, this, and this. Let's be real.
No,
I get in bed and I'm like,
then you don't have that time for yourself. Oh, it's
like a self-reinforcing.
It's a domino effect
cycle of shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a domino. Yes, no, but it's just constant. So yes. So, okay, we throw this meal together. It's this haphazard whatever meal.
What was the meal?
Tacos. So this week, I always try to make one meal that'll last for 2 dinners and maybe 1 or 2 lunches. So this week it was a bunch of taco meat. Sometimes it's like I make this thing I call it a Mexican lasagna, and it'll last us. So there's always one meal that we'll just reheat one night. And it was tacos. So this one's like, are there more shells? And this one's like, we're not making burritos, and we're just like, throw it in a dish. We're making a taco salad. If you don't want that, put some chips. Like this is just what it is.
Yeah.
We're just not heating up more because it is 8:23.
We're done.
And we're done. Do you know how often I say we're done?
We're done. I say
done.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm off the clock. I'm done.
We're done. Yeah. So I make my plate of food. They're all loggy. I'm like, just make 15 plates of food. Just put the food on the plate. Like, why? Just stop taking so long. They finally make the food. I turn with my food and I look at my kitchen table, and there are brand new PE clothes. There's backpacks. Oh, tomorrow we are setting up the expectations of this house. They leave their backpacks out. I already told Ben we are reestablishing like rules and expectations as the school year starts. There's Ben's computer. There's Ben's work bag. There's Ben's
3 hats.
Well, today there are 3 hats on the table. He walks the dogs really early in the morning, takes off his shoes in the kitchen there. And I looked at my table and I was like, I can't even eat at my kitchen table. So I go into our family room. I sit down on the couch and I'm eating. And I looked at him and I said, I think I'm going to go away. This is what it is. I think I'm going to leave, or I'm going to start taking my dinner to the bedroom. Because for me to feel calm, I needed to go away. I think I don't want to do this because I hold it together until I lose my shit. And then my kids see me lose my shit. And I said, Ben, they're going to grow up thinking I was like this bitch of a nag.
I know.
Because I'm always just like, clean up, do this.
I know.
But when I've had a long day, or there's so much going on, or it's the end of the day and I'm tired and it's a mess, it just completely derails
enough
me.
To just
I need it clean.
Yeah.
Just please.
There's nothing
let it
better
be
than coming
clean.
home from work and walking into like a tidy, cleaned house with no dishes in the sink.
Does that happen for you?
Yeah, I mean, every now and then it does.
That's nice.
Justin,
because
he's home, so he's able to do a lot of that stuff. But I mean, it's just a thing. It's a management piece. But I am thinking, as I'm listening to you talk,
Yeah.
number one, I'm picking up on two ideas.
Oh,
One,
an idea.
Ben needs to pick up after himself.
Yeah, and he'll do a really good job for a while, and then it kind of falls by the wayside. However, I do have to shout out to Ben that like
He does
he
a
makes the
phenomenal
lunches
job.
he walks the dogs at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He makes both their lunches. He does the first half of breakfast. I do the second half of breakfast. Because like when he's up there making their lunches, I'm running interference, like brush your teeth, keep going, shoes on, socks on. Like if we just left one of them to themselves all morning, like we wouldn't get out the door.
Interesting. No, Ben does so much. And
He does so much.
However,
However,
about that. Because
no,
he is, I mean, the
it's
leash
not
is
a
out,
joke.
but he did walk the dog at 5 in the morning.
Right. So like there needs to be a level of gratitude there, but like put it the fuck away.
Which this is a little branch off to a whole other thing about like what, you know, there's this idea that what keeps couples together is if they have a shared value system, right? We've talked, and I don't mean like, well, we both like honesty. Like obviously.
No, well, we don't share that the house needs to be clean.
Exactly. It's like, do you value a clean living space? Do you do your dishes when you're done using them?
I think at this point, it's do you value a common happy wife? How do you achieve that? I yell to all of three of them all the time. Please care. If you don't care if it's clean, just care that it matters to me. Just care that it matters to me.
Do they care that you care?
No, they are clearly not.
But then the other thing I picked up on, like I was thinking, you know, what do we do? Where do we like trim the fat? I'm thinking like the meal prep thing. So crock pot, we're going to do more crock potty so that you throw it in earlier in the day. And then when you're done at the end of the day, it's just done and it's ready. That's okay. This is the my takeaway from today's episode is to start using a crock pot. What do you think?
I like it.
But
have you ever tried those home delivery meals?
That's money.
Hold on though. We did it years and years ago. But I would almost love to sit down and figure out what is more expensive, buying groceries for all these meals or but some of the home delivery systems, you still have to like cook and prep and it's a whole thing.
Exactly.
Some are easier than others.
Well, and do the kids enjoy those meals too? Or
and that's the problem.
And what's in those meals? Bunch of seed oils and shit.
Probably depending on who you're buying it from. And then if you're buying it from someone that has none of that, it's really expensive.
It's really expensive. So I don't know if that
There just has to be a way to simplify more. Tell us, how do you simplify?
How are you guys doing it? And I think we're going to put let's do like a reel, or not a reel, like a story. I want to get feedback from people. Like what are their like the
tricks?
Like top 5
tips and tricks.
Those little life hacks.
Definitely the meal thing, right?
Meal is big.
Oh, but Sunday meal prepping is literally like, I'll lose my mind. Like, do not make my Sunday about meal prepping.
I don't want my Sunday to ever be about meal prepping.
No, I just can't. So half the time, literally, I will cook like a ton of like chicken tenders, and my lunch is just old, dry chicken tenders because I don't want to make food. I don't like to cook. I don't want to make a lunch. I'd rather eat something that tastes awful or just boring than like make a meal.
I know. Like I'll eat like walnuts.
Yeah. Or even making a lunch in a Tupperware and taking it to work, and then you have to clean the Tupperware when you get home.
I'm spoiled at work though. Our chef is like,
oh, you can eat the food there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll stop by for lunch.
I'll stop by. I'm gonna stop in for lunch. You might have to check in and stay for a little while.
Well,
to get you detoxed.
Well, but yeah, okay, so that's a big one. I think my kids are definitely old enough that we just need to be even more on top of everyone holding their responsibility. Like they have
to put your backpack away, put your shoes away, put your drawing stuff away when you're done. They have to
clean up after themselves.
It's a huge part of it. It's like the rules
getting established. That was already on the agenda for tomorrow to just be like, hey, summer was fun. Let's get back into like the swing of things. That's a big one. Okay, so everyone holding down their responsibilities.
Meal prep or a crock pot or
easier meals.
What else?
Lottery tickets.
Invest in the lottery. Think about it. The person who wins, it's like, well, you have a 1 in a billion chance of winning. It's like, well, the person that wins, it's 1 out of 1. They won. So we should your eyes squinting.
Wait, I'm trying to understand.
What I'm saying is everyone's like, don't play the lottery. It's a waste of money. It's like the odds are so low. It's like, well, for the person who wins, their odds weren't low. They won.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Do, do, do,
I
do,
kind of
do,
understand, not really, but yeah, no, let's do it.
Let's just do it. We don't have anything to lose.
And I will die on the hill that we should be taking pictures of our feet. No one needs to know it's you.
I'm like looking at your
Well, they need to be done.
toes right now.
But like we could stick them in like buckets of spaghetti with pesto or marinara.
I love that for you. Operative word being you.
I
I'll
mean,
help.
you can watch me live my best life.
I'm going to Chumash this coming weekend for a friend's bachelorette party, and I have full intentions of winning like the grand jackpot.
Okay, so this is
Lacey,
I love this for you.
It's gonna happen, Lace.
So
We're
you
doing
need to lay in bed and watch this happen. You have to bring it into
I
your
watched
existence.
reels of it happening.
No. You need to see you. You need
to, it's all there.
You need to manifest it by watching, like feel the emotions of being like, oh my
I
God.
envision myself falling to the floor and like the employees running over and everyone crowding around and people taking video and I'm just crying and then I'm like calling everyone I know.
Okay, what are you wearing? What are you drinking?
Well, I gotta build that up.
You gotta like create like what does it feel like? What does it smell like? What are you seeing?
It's all there.
Like being really in it.
It's
I feel
all
like this
there and
this can happen
beautiful.
for you.
It might happen.
That would be really exciting. Okay, so like what would life be like if money wasn't it? Like what would you do? What would you do first?
I don't even know. I mean, I might say like buy a different house. I'd probably sell the house and buy like a step up, pay cash for it, not have a mortgage. Probably upgrade my car a little bit, get myself the white Benz that I've wanted forever.
Okay.
Maybe get like obviously invest. You got to like find someone you trust who can lead you down the right path of investing and get like a property somewhere that makes money.
Property. Smart.
Plan a trip, a vacation. I'd bring like everyone. If I won like a $33 million lottery, I would dole out money to my family and you'd probably be on the list. You'd probably be on the list.
Probably. I appreciate being considered. I want to know where the 33 million came from.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so when I was in like 3rd grade or like 4th grade, I was young. We were living at my grandma's house because we were having some financial issues. And my mom did one of the little quick pick things where if you get 6 out of 6, you win the full amount. The amount was 30. Why? Yeah, so random. I'm thinking of that. The amount to win was $33 million. Okay. They read off the numbers. We're in the kitchen of my grandma's house. My mom's reading the numbers. She gets the first one. Then and she's like, cool. Then she gets the second one and she's like, nice. Third one. She's really paying attention. She gets the 4th one. She gets the 5th one.
Oh my God.
She didn't get the 6th one. And she's like, she's like, it's $1,400 or whatever. $1,400 is what I'm going to end up winning. And I'm like, Mom, that's so great. That's so exciting. Thinking we had won this crazy. And she's like, I'll never forget. She was like, it's not that much money, Kara. $33 million. I'm not going to say which numbers she missed. Lisa, your birthday. My sister's birthday.
I didn't know that story.
Yeah, 5 out of 6. Are you kidding? 5 out of 6, and she won $1,400.
That's really disheartening. Right? I think it's really cute that you were like, Mom, we won $1,400. It reminds me of my our kids really want a pool. So they just keep going, we'll give you all of our money.
$20.
Yeah, please, you can have all the money on my green card. We'll give it all to you. Adam's like, I think I have like $500. How much is that house?
Oh.
Yeah,
they're almost there. They should start like recycling, we're having our kids do recycling so they can earn money little bits at a time.
Yeah.
To learn. Like you need to earn. If you want to go to Five Below, you need to earn $5.
Yeah.
To get a stuffy that's going to join the collection of stuffies that's already on your bed and you don't play with any of them. Anyway,
different house, same story.
It does feel good to talk about this though. It's like processing it and
listen, it's real and so many people are living it and it's
so much so they literally did a news article.
Yeah, because people are probably having health issues. I'm sure people are having health
For sure.
issues. I know, I hate to bring it back to this, but I know we've talked a lot and you've talked a lot about why you got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll never know, right? You have theories, but I can't imagine stress is helping the situation the world's facing with how many people are getting sick.
Totally. And then stressing about the stress.
And
I
feeling
sit and stress
guilty.
out about how I'm feeling stressed and that it's not good for me to be stressed, but I'm stressed. So then that stresses me out.
For me, it's feeling guilty about being stressed while I'm healthy. Because the saying, a healthy person has a lot of things to worry about, and a sick person only has, or no, a healthy person has a lot of things they wish for, and a sick person only has one. So,
yeah, it's true.
to just
That's
live
good
in
perspective.
gratitude
Good
that
perspective.
we're healthy,
Mhm.
and we have to be so grateful for that, and the rest of it just shouldn't matter as much, but it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day of it all.
Well, and that's a good point you're bringing up. Coming back to a helpful perspective shift,
A reframe.
a reframe. Love me a good reframe.
I know.
You know, like any way to reframe it. Yeah, life is crazy right now, but you know what? Let's zoom out. Big picture, this is a period of sacrifice. I
Yeah.
love to zoom out on everything.
That's a
Big
good,
picture,
yeah, I like
bird's
it.
eye view,
Yeah.
right? It's a period of sacrifice. There's a lot of chapters in the book of life. This chapter is one of sacrifice. Try to find the joyful moments and be in the moment of
And
those.
there's a lot of them. There's a
them.
lot of
Yeah.
them.
So that's where we're at.
Okay. That's where we're at. So I don't know if this was a solution focused conversation, but it's real. And I'm sure we'll have it again because
It's just
it's just,
presents itself.
I think it's a really big part of this period of our life and being this age and being in this season with the kids. And I will say though, too, talking about like the finances of their extracurriculars and the time commitment, I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing though. I love
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I love watching them do what they do and being
Yep.
a part of that. So
Yeah.
I know I'll miss it one day when they're older and doing their own things.
It's a balance. It's a balancing act. It's a juggling act. But I think this isn't necessarily super solution focused, but we threw in a couple things. But sometimes you just have to sit and talk about it. Like it just has to be talked about. And that in and of itself is cathartic.
Okay, so
Talking
that's
about it.
actually a really good point. I'm going to segue to something else. Sometimes there will be something on my mind and I will try to like bury it because it's just like, let it go, Jessie. This doesn't matter. Think more positively. This is such a small thing. This shouldn't be bothering you. But sometimes you just have to like cry about it, talk about it, and then it's easier for it to like leave your body.
Yeah, because you're metabolizing it.
Totally.
We have to metabolize. That's processing. We have to like metabolize it, kind of make sense of it, put words to it.
And then
you just feel better.
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit better.
Good. I'm glad. I
Probably can't make
also-
it Monday, but barbecue.
If you get off at whatever time, you just show up. You just come. Whatever. Like it's easy. Easy to you'll come. Just I don't know. Tell everyone to be on their best behavior and you got somewhere to be. For you, because I know this, you've always been working, but like you're working a lot more now. My only recommendation or wish for you at this moment is so fucking corny and annoying, cliche to say, but like just have grace for yourself.
Yeah, no, I know. You're right.
You can't, with this many balls in the air, they're just going to drop.
Mm-hmm.
And just being okay with it because you know you're doing more than one person should be doing.
Yeah, and I have to really own that and make it okay. Like I can't be concerned about everyone else's perception of how I'm doing because that's where I get caught up, especially in the social domain because I really value my friendships, my relationships. It's huge. It's a driving force for me. So if I drop the ball in that arena, I don't feel good about it. I feel anxious. I feel guilty. I feel like I'm not all that kind of stuff. So I just have to kind of own like, this is where I'm at in life right now.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to show up 100% in every way possible. It just doesn't happen. And I have to be okay with that.
And your friends,
Yeah,
who really know you and love you, are very aware of where you're at in your life. Like when you didn't respond to that text, not one part of me was like, I wonder why she didn't respond. It was clearly like she missed it.
yeah,
I'll talk to her when I see her today.
yeah.
Like,
To any of my friends listening, if I don't respond to a text, it's not that I
she
didn't want
missed
to.
it.
It's
She
that
was busy.
it's in that abyss. And
Yeah.
there's other important things in the abyss that I'm
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah. So your friends know this is just like the season of your life and
Yeah,
no one's judging
right.
at all.
Or
If
like
anything,
sitting
I
at home
feel
keeping tally of what I respond to. And what I
no, if
don't.
anything, I feel like understood, validated.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Hopefully it's relatable, and drop us comments. We want to know if
Yeah.
you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify or wherever, Apple, like we want to know, what do you guys want to hear more of? What are your go-to
Yeah,
life
what should
hacks?
we be talking about?
Yeah. I mean, we have our ideas of what we want to talk about.
And we have opinions about everything.
Yeah. So feel free to throw in. What do you want to hear more about?
And can you relate? All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
And we know you do.
be sure to like, subscribe,
And write us a review.
that rhymes.